Hey everyone, just wanted to give you a really quick run through of how to use the Content Pillars GPT. Now, Content Pillars are something you should have when creating content in your mind. You should have between 3 to 5 of them, and it really is what you want to be known for. So when people view your content, it's what they know you for doing. Now, if you've not got Content Pillars, don't worry, this GPT is really smart, as it just needs you to put in what you do, who you serve, the problems you solve, and it's going to give you some ideas as well. It's also, which is really important, going to help you with your top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel content. Now, I'm not going to go into that too in depth just now. You've got it as part of the Notion document where I really go into depth, but quite simply, top of funnel is super easy for people to be able to consume. It doesn't directly focus on problems, pain points, or symptoms. It's nice and easy for them. Middle of funnel is when we start talking about these symptoms, these pain points a bit more depth, and show how we fix them. And finally, that bottom of funnel is where we've got a really strong call to action, encouraging our audience to take action, to sign up for a newsletter, for a webinar, and things like this. But look, you will understand it, I am sure, as you go through it. So let's take a quick look at the GPT and have a look at what it does. Okay, so here we are in the GPT. All you need to do, click here to get started. It's going to ask you what your job or presentation is. So for example, I am a LinkedIn strategist and coach. Okay, it's going to put that in. It reaffirms it. Target audience, coaches and solopreneurs. Okay. Now it's going to ask me, my target is this. What specific problems do I help these coaches and solopreneurs to solve? And look, it's given me some ideas here about what it is that I do. So I'm going to say, for example, I help them to create stronger content that converts. I give them strong DM strategies to be getting leads through onto calls. And finally, the sales tactics to be able to close more deals. So I'm just using a bit of a voice to text just to make it a bit faster here. And we put it through here. Now, what's smart here is it gives it back what it is. What are your current content pillars? Let's just say I don't have any. So what I could say, not sure. It's going to go, all right, no worries. And it goes based on your profession, audience, and problems you solve. Here are 10 possible content pillars you could use. I recommend if you're starting out, if you don't have any content pillars, clearly be using this to help you out. But even more so, it might be nice for you if you feel your content game's needing a little bit of a refresh, you can have some ideas here. So this is really good, to be honest. So let's say that I focus on 1, which is true, 3, which is true, 4, which is true, personal branding, not so much. I'll give algo insights, and let's say mindset and motivation. There we go. I've just put in the numbers here, and it now reaffirms what these things are. Now it says, what type of content do I want to start with? So let's say I want to do some nice, easy tofu. How smart is this? Drop a like if this is smart. When I go into tofu, it's going to give some content ideas here. So content creation strategy, why most coaches struggle with content creation and how to break through. And it gives these content ideas, provide value. It goes a little bit more in depth with what it should look like here. And then it also finally adds for final comments. So these are comments you want to be putting onto the content 6 to 8, well, I would say within the first hour, and another one 6 to 8 hours later, just to keep that content going in here. What I could say here is to, let's say, refine this further. Even though I've spelt it wrong, it knows what I'm trying to mean. So it's now refining it that a little bit more. It's actually started off with a hook based upon the pain type. It's a pain point, empathy and validation, introducing the insight, actionable tips, call to action, optional visual add-on. I mean, it's really quite incredible what it's able to do. And again, it's even gone on here and given you an example post text. Now, I've not trained it to be a copywriter intentionally. Don't be so bloody lazy. You need to go ahead and to do the content yourself. But hopefully just you can see from here just how simple it is. What I could now say here is now some bofu. And it's now going to quickly switch up and it'll give me some bottom of funnel content as well. So now some bofu. I can ask it to do some tweaks and things like that if I want. But let's create some bofu for my audience. It'll focus on converting leads into clients with a clear CTA, DM strategy that converts. It's a post idea. How my client turns simple DMs into booked calls. Start with a success story. I've given it a little bit of content about how I like to create, and you can see how good it is here. Present transformation, teach or tease a solution, call to action, example post text it's doing here. It's giving you everything. So let me know in the comments, is this useful? Does this help you save time, create stronger content? But again, I want it to be using your genius, because that's what I'm really focusing on. So many of the coaches that I personally work with are absolute bloody geniuses of what they do. It's the content creation they find difficult. So as I say, let me know if this has been useful for you. Drop something in the comments. If nothing else, give me a subscribe, give me a follow, and I will see you very soon.